believe those things as your adult mind says, so if you're, hey, why not? But we just recently talked about in the Garden of Eden where they ate the fruit, and yeah, they ate the fruit, and so that wasn't a good thing. And they tried to hide from God, and that didn't work out too good for them, did it, Nick? No, it didn't. What happened? What happened to the serpent after he ate? He tricked the woman. What did God do to that serpent? Remember that? Remember that, Ethan? Remember what God did to the serpent?
Banished them from the garden.
He banished the serpent. Okay, but what did he do to the snake?
He destroyed it.
Would that mean there? Yes,
No,
it had slither. So that meant before it started slithering, it had legs.
It had legs.
It had legs. That's right. So it had legs. Yeah. And so what did he say to the woman? What did he do to her?
He said you won't die.
He didn't say you won't die, but he said, hey, now that you ate it, it's going to increase your pain and labor and childbirth. Remember that? Yeah. Remember what he said to the man? He says, well, because you did it, guess what? Now, it's going to be hard to make things grow, huh? Remember that? It's rough. Yeah. And God said, hey, you know what? Behold, the man has become like one of us. Who's God talking to right there? Who's us? Jesus was us. That's right. So we learned this, what did we learn? We learned that when somebody tells us, oh, you can do anything you want, but you can't do that. It's like, you should kind of want to do that, doesn't it? Yeah. Raise your hands, you kind of want to do that. To be honest, in my lifetime, it's like when somebody says, oh, you can't do that, I'm like, oh, I really wanted to do that. Even if I didn't want to do it, I really wanted to do that. Just be honest with yourself, it's like, that happened. If your parents said, well, you're not allowed to talk to that boy or girl or whatever, guess what? That's the one you wanted to talk to. Why? Because you were told you couldn't do it. And it's in our nature to want to do the things that we're told, don't do that. Why? So we're going to be in Genesis chapter 4. We were in chapter 2. I think we were chapter 3. Oh, yeah, Cain and Abel. So, now Adam, what? Yes, sir. Not tonight, but you can follow along. You can read outside. So now Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain and said, I have acquired a man from the Lord. Then she bore again, this time his brother Abel. Now Abel was keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. So Nick, what do you think was the harder job? Think it was harder to keep the sheep or harder to till the ground? Till the ground. God's already said, hey, the ground's you're going to be cursed to try to grow things. And I always found it interesting where all the people came from. Because only 3 people got named. They only named 3 of their children. I'm like, what about all the other kids? It's like, they didn't have names. Don't know. So, but that's something, I'll put on my list to ask God, say, hey, where do all the people come from? They all really come from Adam and Eve, or did you just clone them and put them in little places here and there? And they still come from the same genetic material, so or why did those 3 get names and no one else did? Another question for you kids. How long were they in the Garden of Eden? Remember that? Exactly. Trick question you couldn't think.
I was thinking, I never
I
seen
know,
that.
right? That's good. I'm glad Nick's the one that got it. Good job, Nick. Good job. Now, and in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to the Lord. Abel also brought the firstborn of his flock and of their fat. And the Lord respected Abel and his offering, but he did not respect Cain and his offering. And Cain was very angry, and his countenance fell. Now, Cain, of course, is vilified in here. They're like, oh, Cain is like, but also look what Cain had a harder job. I'm not saying what he did was right, and Cain had a harder job, and his offering was rejected. Now we know once God gives his law and gives how he wants sacrifices, that God really didn't care about fruit offerings. I mean, he would burn a small portion, the rest of them like, okay, you can have this. He wasn't interested in that. That didn't take away sin. Only blood can take away sin. So obviously Abel, just by the nature of his offering, acceptable. And of course, the general feeling is that Cain didn't give it in such a way, or maybe he didn't give his first fruits. So the Bible doesn't say that he didn't give his first fruits. It just said that he gave and his offering was accepted. We speculate why his offering wasn't acceptable. We don't really know. We do know that God liked the animal offerings better because they atone for sin, because the wages of sin is death. Somebody had to die to cover your sin, and it wasn't going to be a plan. So the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry, and why has your countenance fallen?" It's real typical. I mean, I'm an only child. It's like, but I see it. It's like when one child is praised, and the other one's not. The child that's not praised generally gets a little angry. They get a little resentful. Whether it has any validity to it or not, they get a little angry. They get a little jealous. Sibling rivalry. The original sibling rivalry. God said to him, "If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at the door, and its desire is for you, but you should rule over it." Very beginning, God's telling you, he's like, look, sin wants to rule your life. It's like, but you need to rule over it. He's like, if you're going to do well, you're going to be accepted. Now Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and killed him. Now again, the Bible kind of glosses over that. It's like, but I've seen enough of just the Nichols boys. Just know that like a simple conversation, I feel it's like probably wasn't all that Abel probably was like, "Oh, okay, that's okay." And I'm like, no, Abel couldn't have a smart mouth, and he picked at that sword until Cain was like, "What?" I was like, so I mean, we see it. It's like, especially you guys that have brothers or sisters and stuff, you know, it's like your brothers and sisters know how to push your buttons like nobody else. And they get you mad, you 0 to mad in no time flat. Or you learn to let it go. But usually, it takes a little while to get to that point where you can just let it go. You just let it go and bring it later. It's okay. So Cain, killed his brother Abel. This is the very first murder. Murder of a human. Of course, God killed the very first animal to clothe us. Thank you, so we can often walk around naked, but and so now we have to, wear clothes, and we have to do this and we have to do that. It's like, why we had it made? Land even grew, water came up from the ground and watered the crops. It's like, it was just so cush. It's like, but you know what? Each and every one of us would have done the same thing. And it's like, and if you say to yourself, "Oh, I wouldn't have done it," it's like that's like you're not being true to yourself. That's like, because at some point, it's like, no, there doesn't say how long they were in the garden. They could have been there for years, 100 years. They had no idea. But eventually they were going to eat it. God knew that. I was like, could God have chosen not to put the tree there? Yeah. But is that really love and obedience? Is that really love if it's forced obedience? Well, I'm going to take away the one thing I don't want you to do. I want to take away completely your ability to do it. That's not love. That's just control. God doesn't want to control us. He wants to love us. There's a big difference between love and control. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Where is Abel your brother?" Much like God asked Adam, it's like, "Where are you?" So you think God really didn't know already? No, he knew. God asks us questions, that he already knows the answer. He just wants to see if we'll own up to it. Much like, we as parents, I'm using now as parents, the way as parents, a lot of times and I use this with kids, like a lot of times we parents already know what you did. I say, we just want to see if you're going to, own up to it. We already know what you did. Remember that, kids. We already know what you did. It's like, so don't try to lie, because it only get worse. Well, that's good. There's improvement, but there's still room for improvement. And he said, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?" The answer to that question is yes, I am my brother's keeper. So we're supposed to love our neighbors as ourselves. And what more neighborly than your brother? It's like, so yes, we are our brother's keeper. And he said, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. So now you're cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. Another curse. When you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. A fugitive and a vagabond you shall be on the earth. Again, it's like, it was already tough for them to grow crops as it is. Now God's saying further, like, hey, guess what? Now even further, you're not going to be able to provide for yourself. Cain was a farmer, so hey, it's your livelihood. You're already going to now, you need to take care of what I gave you. It's like now it's going to make it even harder for you to take care of this because you don't want to listen to me. You wanted to sin and kill your brother. Also it shows that nothing you can do, nothing you do in secret is ever secret, especially to God. God knows everything that you do. You think you're hiding in your closet or hiding in your bedroom or hiding wherever you're doing. It's like, oh, no one knows. No one knows. God knows. Your sin cries out to him. And Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Surely you have driven me out this day from the face of the ground. I shall be hidden from your face. We don't hide from God. God's never hidden from our face. It's like, rather we decide to hide from God. God never hides his face from us. We decide to hide from him. God's always, ready for us to come back to him. Just like in the story of the prodigal son. The son went out, did what he was wanting to do, spent all his money, and then he comes home and dad just runs to meet him. His dad didn't have to do anything. He said, this little loafer could come to me. No, God's a good father. He will remember what you did. That's like he's there to love you and forgive you for what you did. And of course, Cain's worried about himself. He's like, I'm going to be a fugitive, a vagabond on earth. And what will happen? Anyone who finds will kill me. Of course, at this point, all the people came out of me. Guess what? It means he killed his brother, and all the rest of the people in the world are his relatives. So they're probably not really happy with him right now. And the Lord said to him, therefore, whoever kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark on Cain, lest anyone finding him should kill him. And I often wonder, what about that mark? What was that mark? Was it a physical mark? I probably wouldn't think so. I would probably think it's probably just something that made, when you walk to somebody, it's like, I'm just going to walk over here. There's something about that there that's troubling to me, so I'm just going to walk over here. And I think that's probably what happened with Cain was, anytime someone, had in their mindset they were going to, come after him for, Abel's death, they just got that feeling like, I think I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to mess with this guy for some reason. So, God, it shows that God, even though he had no reason to, Cain killed his brother, God still protected Cain. God could have just said, hey, yeah, good, let him kill you. God even still looked out for him, even though, Cain was a sinner. And, I guess according to the Bible, that was technically the second sin. So, but God still looked out for him. So, if God will look out for someone that will murder his brother, it will assume cold blood, but it could have been a heated argument. But still, someone that murdered his brother for no real good reason, and still show enough love to him that protect him from from bad things. And say, how much more is God going to do for you? Or do you think you can do anything so bad that God doesn't want to do anything for you? Then Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. Here's some hard names too. Enoch was born Arad, and Arad begot Mahujael. Mahujael begot, man, I wish I could speak this thing. Begot Methushael, and Methushael begot Lamech. Then Lamech took for himself two wives. You can see the first, guy who liked polygamy. The name of one was Ada, and the name of the second was Zillah. And Ada bore Jabal. He was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all those who played the harp and flute. And as for Zillah, she also bore Tubal Cain, an instructor of every craftsman in bronze and iron. And the sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah. Then Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. Wives of Lamech, listen to my speech. For I have killed a man for wounding me, even a young man for hurting me. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, then Lamech 77-fold. So it sounds like Lamech was a little bit of a hothead. He's very, evidently he's a very violent person. Because of, Cain's one sin was visited on him sevenfold, and he's saying, you're going to avenge upon me 77-fold. So obviously he was a very violent person. And it's interesting when you read the Old Testament, you read the Bible, like say Cain's wife didn't have a name. She was just his wife. But, Lamech had two wives, and both of them were, their names were written down. It's like, why? Was that important? Moses seemed to think so when he penned this, because Moses wrote, God inspired, wrote the book of Genesis. So for some reason, those names were important. I'm not sure. So when Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son named Seth. For God had appointed another seed for me instead of Abel, whom Cain killed. I doubt Cain, well actually don't doubt, I said Cain never got to see his parents again. So here they are, they got two kids, if you follow along today, Abel, they didn't have any children besides Cain and Abel. One son was killed, the other one was banished. So eventually they had another kid. Now they have kids in between Cain, Abel, and Seth. The Bible doesn't really say. It just says that Adam lived 900 years. He lived, after he got Seth, the days of Adam were 800 years, and he had sons and daughters. No, he just said he had sons and daughters, and didn't name how many he had or when he had them or anything. But I find this interesting. And as for Seth, to him also was a son born named Enosh, which is really similar to Enoch, which is interesting because that would have been his uncle or his cousin or something. And obviously they probably didn't have much to do with each other, but the familiar was there. Then men began to call on the name of the Lord. And I'm sure, like, really? Then they finally started calling on the name of the Lord. It's like, oh, that. Adam and Eve were in the garden with God, walking in the garden in the cool of the day. Get banished, have a couple kids. One of them dies, it gets banished. It has a third son, and they're finally calling on the name of the Lord. I don't understand all that, but that was the story of Cain and Abel. And Cain did wrong. He shouldn't have sinned. He shouldn't have killed his brother. Did Cain have reasons to? Yeah, maybe he did. I was like, did he have good reasons to? No. We can always rationalize doing bad things, rationalize sin. It's like, oh, well, you know what? I was like, I'm going to do this because so-and-so did that to me. Or, I'm going to do this because I'm just mad because of this. It's like, and, the world tell you, like, oh, well, that's understandable. That's okay. You're right to get angry. You're right to do this, or you're right to do that. Hi! So the world tells you that, that it's okay. Like, oh, well, you people have reasons to it. We try to rationalize. Sorry. We start trying to rationalize our sin and try to excuse it. There's no excuse for what Cain did. There isn't. I was like, you can kind of see why, what led him to that, but he still made the choice. I was like, God not accepting the sacrifice. Okay, it's not the right sacrifice, or maybe he didn't go with the right heart, or maybe a lot of things. I don't know, but does it really matter? It's like he still killed his brother, and he still murdered somebody because he was angry. But even in that, God's still good. more children than that. We don't know. It just says Enoch. You could have had many. I mean, there was no contraceptives back then, and wasn't a lot to do, so having lots of kids, was par for the course. And it just kind of happened that way. But of course, you grew your own food, and you could support families with, like, say, 10, 15 kids and 2 wives and whatever. Because nowadays it's a little harder because our culture, it's not designed to be that way. To be self-sufficient like that will be extremely difficult. So Cain was still blessed, even though he did what he did. God punished him. God still loved him enough to protect him. God still loved him enough to allow him to have a wife and allow him to have a family, allow him to live his life in happiness. Of course, he was still punished. He still was banished from the land. He still could never see the Father again. And we assume that, but I would assume that they did never see each other again. That was not specific in that, but I would think so. God said you're gone, so I don't see that we meet each other again. But that's what's awesome about God is, like, even when we do the worst, you can't get much worse than killing someone, let alone killing someone in your own family. But God still loved Cain enough to say, hey, you know what, you did wrong, I'm going to punish you, but I still love you. That's what God's saying to us today. It's like, you know what, every one of us is like, you know what, you did wrong. It's like, I'm going to punish you. It's like, because it's, parents, it's like, that's our job is to do. God's like our big parent. He's our big daddy. As parents, it's like, our kids do wrong. Okay, well, I appreciate you did wrong. However, you're still, and I love you, but you're still going to have punishment for what you did. Much like Alyssa and Nick right now. It's like, we love you guys. Love you lots. But, when you do wrong, you have to be punished. Nothing against you guys. We still love you. We still think you're great. But you guys got to be punished when you do wrong. Just like, us as adults, when we were kids, it's like, we got punished for when we did wrong too. Like Mr. Ethan, you can't keep awake.
I see the look on her face, and that attitude is what can we get her from the punishment.
Well, we'll pray for her that she, is able to let go whatever it is that she's dealing with, because that's not normally her. That's not normally how at least Alyssa and I have come to know and love acts. So we love you, but your attitude right now is kind of sneaky. So we should. She might agree to this, but it's okay, because we love her, and it's like, what, God feels the same way about us. Like, what, God says, I love you. It's like, but I'm mad. It's like, but I love you. And it's hard. God, no matter what you do, God still loves you.
At the end of the day, his love wins out.
It is bad. The love wins out. It's like, what? It's like, and kids, I say this in love. It's like, what? Your parents are your parents. And it's like, and guess what? You go head to head with your parents, you're gonna lose. I was like, if you go head to head with God, guess what? You're gonna lose. I was like, the dynamics is there. God's our ultimate father. It's like, but your parents are God, chose these people to be your parents, or to be your guardians or caretakers or whatever, and it's disrespectful not to listen to them. And God expects us to listen. God expects us to listen to Him, and when we don't, He punishes us, but He still does it in love. He could have smote Cain to the ground right then, but He didn't. Why? Because He loves us. As like in God loves us. Like, yes, there are some people He smoked down for disobedience. Absolutely, He did. I was like, but for the most part, He gave everybody a fair shot. As He gave most people multiple chances. More chances than we deserve. And so you take that home tonight and you think about it. God loves you. God even loved Cain. First murderer, He loved him enough to protect him. Get it, just keep done. You continue on without you because you're a bad seed. Maybe Cain even came back to God, and made his peace with God. We don't know. After he built story ends, so we don't. But I like to think that he did. I like that you'd like to see the stories of redemption, that people learn from their mistakes and grow from them, and that's the, thing you learn as you get older. You learn. You learn from your mistakes. You grow from them. It's like your mistakes are, hey, own them. It's like, 'cause you did it, just own up to it, and it's like, you know what? It's gonna make you a stronger person. It's gonna make you wiser, and also might make you be able to keep somebody else from walking down that path that you walk down. Like Cain could have had multiple children. He could see the silver and rivalry rising up between the two. He said, hey, whoa, guys, I've been down this road before. Don't go down this road. God gives us life experiences for a reason. It's like, and I believe the reason for that is to, so we can learn from them, but also teach others from that too. Now, some people aren't going to listen to you. They're still going to, say, hey, don't do that. Okay, whatever. And they're going to do it like, I told you. Of course, God does it every day. God tells us, hey, don't do that. And you do it. It doesn't work out so good for you.